Hi, it's me again. Yep, P. Nutty. Yeah, I just finished recording my latest single. You may have heard about it. It went straight to #1 on the TAKS billboard. Yeah, that's right. Me and my home dog, you know, Chocolate Ice, Vanilla's cousin. Yeah, anyway, we wrote it while we were studying for the TAKS writing test. Yeah, we had a lot of fun recording it. Maybe you'll get to hear it sometime. Anyway, we kept trying to tell our home dog P. Diddy that he needed to study with us, but he was always too busy texting the ladies, talking on his cell phone. We tried to tell him he's gonna be sorry. We even threatened to tell Miss Har. And you know she don't play, homegirl. She's liable to chop his tail off if he don't pass. Don't worry, we told him. We tried to get him to review over some of the things that we've learned so far this year. That fool didn't even know the Awubis words. Can you believe it? Didn't even know the Awubis words. Thank the dog whisperer that me and Chocolate Ice know them. Let's see. Awubis. There's although, as, after, when, while, until, before, because, if, and since. Thank you very much. Awubis. 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 And you better believe that Chocolate and I both know the rules that go with our Awubis words. Like for instance, if an Awubis word comes at the beginning of a sentence, you must have a comma after the Awubis phrase. And a complete sentence will be followed by the comma if the comma is in the right place. Just remember that. Did you catch that? I said if an Awubis word comes at the beginning of a sentence, you must have a comma after the Awubis phrase. And there'll be a complete sentence after the comma. Now, you also have to remember that rule if the Awubis word comes in the middle of the sentence. See, look at this example where the Awubis word comes in the middle of the sentence. Miss Har will chop my tail off if I don't study for the writing TAKS test. See, no comma is needed here because the Awubis word is in the middle of the sentence. But on the other paw, when the Awubis word comes in the beginning, the comma has to follow the phrase, fool, which leaves a complete sentence at the end, like so. If I don't study for the writing TAKS test, comma, Miss Har will chop off my tail. This is nothing new. Old girl has been going over this and over this. I bet she said it 1,000,000 times. So hopefully P. Diddy has it down, just like me and Chocolate. Oh yeah, we also tried to discuss the Fanboys with him. You know, those are the coordinating conjunctions that tie compound sentences together. Yeah, don't look at me like that. You remember what I'm talking about. Let's see. Those would be for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Fanboys. Whew! At least he was pretty familiar with those. He just couldn't remember the last two. Fool. Who doesn't know those by now? And we got that rule down that goes with the Fanboys. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. According to the rule, you always use a comma before the Fanboys if there's a complete sentence on each side of the Fanboys. Or in other words, if there's a complete sentence on each side of the coordinating conjunction. So, an example would look like this here. Take a look, see. Miss Har will be really happy if I pass the writing TAKS test. But she will be overjoyed if I get commended performance. Woohoo! Watch out for those Awubis words in the middle there. See? There's a complete sentence on each side of but the Fanboys, so there has to be a comma before it. A little harder example might look like this. If I fail the writing TAKS test, Miss Har will skin me alive, but she will probably buy me pizza if I get commended performance. See that? Got one of those Awubis words at the beginning. So you have to have a comma after the Awubis phrase. If I fail the writing TAKS test, comma. Then you have a complete sentence, Miss Har will skin me alive. Next, you have one of the Fanboys, but, and then you have another complete sentence. She will probably buy me pizza if I get commended performance. So, you must put a comma before but, which is one of the Fanboys. Those are the main rules, But we also have to remember our teacups when we're writing our compositions. We gots to mind our teacups. Don't tell me you don't know what teacups are. P. Diddy didn't know either. Teacups. T. Transitions. The transitions in our writing tie everything together. Duh. We don't want it to seem all chopped up. Then the C. Check your capitalization. U. Watch your usage, fool. That means your subject and verbs gotta agree in number. Usage. P. And don't forget to double check the punctuation, punk. And last but not least, spelling. Spell your words correctly or look them up in the dictionary. Get off your lazy tail. Finally, we tried to tell poor P. Diddy to remember his leads when writing for the TAKS test. He was like, what you talking about, P. Nutty and Chocolate? We thought he was tripping at first, but he was serious. So we went over them one more time for the poor old dog. We told him leads. L. L is for life lesson. Make sure your essay has a life lesson somewhere in it. We don't want to bore the poor graders to death. E. Emotion. Put some emotion in it. A. Action. Don't use boring words. Use something interesting, chump. D. D is for dialogue, which makes the story more interesting. Use dialogue and punctuate it properly. Got to use quotation marks. And S. S stands for similes. Throw some similes in there. Make your writing more colorful and meaningful to the reader. We try to tell P. Diddy, please remember these things. These are the things that's going to get you a 4, and that's what you need if you want to keep your tail safe. Thank you.